life sentence. Thank you guys for tapping in. Please hit like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment. I answer most of them. Last year, I did a story on Cherry. Cherry was the warrior sissy. I told a story about my homeboy named Type, R.I.P. Type. He actually discovered while in prison that he had feelings for a man. He swore that he wasn't gay. He wouldn't identify as gay. I don't know if he ever came to the conclusion before he passed away, but while we were in prison, he said that he wasn't gay, but he ran across Cherry, who was another man. He was a little gay boy, and they ended up getting like real tight and became a couple. They actually took it to the street, took the relationship to the street. Of course, I've never seen it, but I would be willing to bet that it was a sexual relationship. I was able to do some digging. I looked up Type, found out he died. I seen it was Reggie Lay who left a comment on his obituary. Looked up Reggie Lay, and bam, I find Cherry, who now goes by a different name. I told you guys the story that while I was in dorm 2, Cherry and Type ended up moving up to dorm 6, I think, and he ended up getting jumped on by 2 or 3 guys for whatever reason. And this same little small gay dude, now it was funny because when I was in prison, I was a big dog. I could hold my own. We'll just say that I could hold my own. So when you see the little gay dude, the little happy, friendly gay dude, it's kind of like, it's like you don't take them serious. They funny, they don't look like they could do any real harm or serious danger. Excuse me. Meaning it would be hard to take them serious. Like if I was putting a press on somebody and then a little gay dude came by and told me, "Hey man, you better leave so and so alone, or else you're gonna have problems with me," I wouldn't let up. You know what I mean? I probably get offended that you would even have the audacity to come at me in that manner. So, watching, and then the little gay dudes, they all hang together, they all feminine, they think they women. So it was like, it's funny. You kind of think of them as like little girls, like they don't give off a threat, and you don't perceive danger from them, if that makes sense. So Ty end up getting into trouble, and the little gay dude bust out the Cherry bust out the dorm, ran upstairs, bust into Ty's dorm, and he got hold to 2 of the guys that jumped on Ty before the police was able to get him, and he did both of them bad. Now, some of you might think that story wasn't real or I was fabricating. All right, that's cool. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? That's cool. Nobody ever said it. Don't get me wrong. Nobody ever called me a lie. But it would be hard to believe. Well, look at what's happened. This same gay dude, same little small dude, lost his temper, and he went home, got the pews, came back, and he took out 2 people. So the same little dude that I'm telling you guys about, the little gay Terminator. So, what I mean? We'll roll the clip real quick.
He has found a Flint man guilty on all counts, including premeditated murder and reckless driving causing death. Our Alyssa Irwin joining us now. And Alyssa, after 3 weeks of trial for Reggie Lay, he's facing life in prison with no chance of parole.
Angie, that's correct. It's in connection to a double homicide back in June of 2019. This exclusive video shows the fight, which leads up to Lay running over 4 people, killing 2. We must warn you, the surveillance video may be hard to watch for some viewers. Near Al's Coney Island on South Dort Highway, a fight breaks out. This is followed by Reggie Lay driving his vehicle into his victims at high speed and doing U-turns to drive back and forth, according to the Genesee County prosecutor.
Dispute between some of these folks, and he showed up, and the next thing you know, he's running these people down in cold blood. It's an absolutely heinous crime.
This surveillance video was captured from a neighboring business and was shown in court. According to testimony, Lay then drove off and hid in a storage unit where he was arrested. Lay admitted to the crime at that time per court records and has been in jail since.
Reggie Lay tried to delay this trial for years. He went through 13 different attorneys. He created one obstacle after another for the court and for the prosecution and for the defense.
In all, Lay was charged with 14 counts. 2 were dismissed, and on Wednesday, he was found guilty on all 12. Years after the death of Nick Collins and Nolan Thomas and the injuries caused to their girlfriends, there was no closure for family and friends until now.
This is the kind of trauma that stays with a human being for the rest of their life.
A comment provided to ABC 12 from Lay's attorney reads, "We appreciate the jury taking their job seriously as they deliberated for about 5 hours. Ultimately, the Thomas and Collins family lost loved ones during this tragic situation, and now Reggie Lay's family is going to lose him. My hope is all parties can find some peace now that the case is done." Lay has sentencing on August 13th, where he faces a mandatory life in prison with no chance of parole. Here in the studio, Alyssa Irwin with ABC 12.
So, that was Reggie Lay, man, the little gay Terminator. He in his case, like I said, when I met him in Georgia's prison, he was happy as can be. He was gay. He was real violent. So, he's in a place that accept that kind of violence. So maybe it's not such a bad thing for him. Maybe the fact that he'll never get out is not, maybe that's not a rain on his parade. Who knows? Now he's in a place where he can do exactly what needs to be done. He can be violent. He can be gay as he want to be. It's a win-win. The only part that gets me is I've never been anywhere and had to swallow the thought that I'll never leave here. Like, even as I'm in the house right now, I love the house. It's a beautiful house, but I can't see myself. I don't think that this is the end. I want a bigger, better house. I want to move on someday. So, but for him, it's over. He again. I knew him in Georgia. Now he's went to Detroit, if I'm not mistaken, and the state of Detroit will hold him forever. He'll never be released. Like I said, it might not be such a sad story. Not for him, not in his case. There's some things that he'll never do. Maybe it's some things that he never want to do. Maybe he's right where he want to be. All right. Anyway, that's been it for old Reggie Lay. This was just the update. Thank you guys for joining in. We're probably gonna go live tonight at 9:00. I see you guys there. Life without parole. So what it is, life without parole and 40. I can't remember the sentence, but never coming home.